Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you about self-compassion, one of the many things that I love about ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy. So self-compassion was not something that I really grew up knowing about. I think that's true of most Westerners, and it certainly was true of my experience growing up in the United States. So it wasn't something I heard about in my family from my friends or in school, or I just wasn't aware of it in general. So when I learned it through ACT, it was quite foreign and uncomfortable and rather difficult for me to really get the hang of. Self-compassion, for our purposes, means acknowledging your suffering and bringing kindness and caring inward. Now, I would say, sorry, I got a little hair there, that as human beings, we all suffer. It may be a bigger suffering, like a heartache, or serious illness in yourself or a loved one, or it may be a smaller one, like the mistake you made at work, or the harsh words you spoke to your best friend or a significant other, or the things you said when you yelled at your kids, or my favorite, the not good enough story. And that usually is just feeling like you are not enough, or you or some aspect of yourself is not good enough. So I call it the not good enoughs. And having the not good enoughs is a perfect opportunity for practicing self-compassion. So as I was saying, we are acknowledging the suffering. So, I'm feeling like I'm not good enough at making videos, and feeling really insecure about that and feeling bad. And, so I'm acknowledging that. And then oftentimes we put a kind and caring hand, sending through touch the message of caring inward. And you can do it where you feel the discomfort or pain associated with what's causing your suffering. Sometimes the constriction of the throat. A lot of us feel our pain in our heart, sometimes our stomachs, and sometimes elsewhere. But I most commonly have seen the gentle hand on the heart, or the heart and the second hand on the stomach also works. So you're acknowledging what's upsetting you. You're sending kindness and caring inward, both through touch, and you can also either say out loud or just to yourself some kind words, such as, "It's okay, sweetheart. I'm here. All will be well," or some other phrase that sends that caring message inward that feels more connected to you. Now, even with all this, some folks, myself included, really, really struggled initially with sending that kindness and caring inward. It feels really uncomfortable and difficult. I think that's all part of the being really hard on ourselves and not learning this skill growing up. And so one of the things that I've heard that I think is so helpful is to start with a mental image of yourself as a small child. There's something about the vulnerability and helplessness of young children that makes it much easier to send that compassion. I know that was a tool that really helped me. I pictured my 4-year-old self when I first learned this skill. This is just another edition of the set of tools and ACT that is so helpful for really getting back into life. Because when you are caught up in the suffering, the pain, the discomfort of the thing that's bothering you, you're not really living life, and 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 you're not moving forward. Now, lots of folks, myself included, their go-to is distraction, whether it be shopping on Amazon, watching Netflix, being online, playing video games, et cetera, et cetera. And those things are effective for helping with uncomfortable moments, but they don't reconnect you to life, they don't move you forward, and nothing really has changed after the period of distraction is over. Self compassion is a tool, much like contacting the present moment, that I've spoken about in another video, that helps you more quickly and effectively return to your life and helps you move forward. And so I think this is an extremely useful tool. I encourage you to practice it. It's certainly something you'll be exposed to by an ACT therapist should you choose to go down that road. So that's my little piece on self-compassion. I am Catherine Saxton-Thompson from Wholehearted Life Therapy, and thanks for listening.